Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Learn Laugh. I'm Emma, and I'm super excited to dive into today's topic, which is close to the hearts of so many people around the world.
Hey, everyone, I'm Alex, and today, Emma and I are going to explore something truly special: village life. From the beauty of nature and community spirit to the challenges that rural areas face, we'll be diving deep into what makes village life unique.
Whether you grew up in a village, visit family there, or are just curious about it, we're sure you'll find something meaningful in this episode. We'll talk about everything: traditions, daily routines, community bonds, and how villages are adapting to the modern world.
So, sit back, relax, and let's transport ourselves to the heart of the countryside. Ready, Emma?
Let's go. All right, Alex, let's start with the most captivating part of village life: the charm and simplicity. There's something so peaceful about being away from the rush of the city, right?
Absolutely. Life in a village has a slower pace that really lets you take in the surroundings. You don't have the constant noise or the fast pace of city life, it's just peaceful.
And then there's the nature. Villages are often surrounded by fields, rivers, forests, just pure beauty. The connection to nature is something so many people living in cities miss out on.
Yeah, and that natural environment has a huge impact on people's routines and lifestyles. For example, people in villages tend to wake up with the sun and follow a more natural daily rhythm. It's refreshing.
Definitely, and the lifestyle itself is often simpler and more grounded. Instead of malls and entertainment complexes, you have outdoor gatherings, community events, and just good old-fashioned conversations.
Now, let's talk about the typical daily routines in a village. Emma, what do you think stands out in terms of how people in villages spend their days?
Well, I'd say it starts early. People in villages often wake up at dawn to start their chores. Farmers, for example, might be out in the fields before the sun is fully up. Life revolves around natural rhythms. Sunrise and sunset dictate a lot of the day.
That's so true. And then there's the sense of shared responsibility. Everyone plays a role, whether it's working the land, tending to animals, or taking care of the household. Every task has its purpose, and it contributes to the whole community.
Yes, and let's not forget the emphasis on self-sufficiency. People in villages often grow their own food, raise animals, and are skilled at various crafts and trades. It's like they have everything they need right there.
Exactly. There's a kind of independence you find in village life, and it's not just about survival, it's a lifestyle. Growing your own food, making things by hand, it's very fulfilling.
Moving on to one of the most beautiful aspects of village life: community bonds. Alex, don't you think there's something special about how people in villages come together?
Absolutely. In villages, everyone knows each other, and there's a deep sense of community. People come together for festivals, weddings, harvest celebrations, and even to support each other during hard times.
That's right. I think the closeness of village communities is something we don't see as much in cities. There, people often feel isolated, even though they're surrounded by crowds. But in a village, everyone knows and supports each other.
Exactly. There's a sense of belonging. You're not just another face in the crowd. You're a part of the community. People look out for each other, share food, and lend a hand whenever it's needed.
And that extends to big events, too. Festivals and traditions are celebrated together, and everyone pitches in. It's not just about the celebration itself, it's about the people you're with.
Speaking of celebrations, let's talk about the festivals and traditions that make village life so colorful and vibrant. Emma, do you have any favorites?
Oh, there are so many. I think harvest festivals are particularly beautiful. They're a celebration of hard work, nature, and community. It's a time for families to come together, and there's usually dancing, singing, and lots of food.
Yes, harvest festivals are amazing, and they are celebrated in different ways across the world. There's often a deep meaning behind these events, a connection to the earth and gratitude for its bounty.
Absolutely. And then there are weddings, which are often a huge event in village life. They can go on for days, with lots of traditional music, dance, and rituals. It's like the whole village comes together to celebrate.
Weddings in villages are really special. They are not just about two people getting married. They are a celebration of families and communities uniting. It's beautiful to see.
Now, as much as we're highlighting the beauty of village life, it's also important to recognize the challenges. Living in a village isn't always easy.
Definitely. One of the biggest challenges is access to resources. Many villages lack modern infrastructure like reliable electricity, clean water, and healthcare facilities. It's something that can make life very difficult.
Yes, and then there's education. While there are schools in some villages, they're often under-resourced, and many young people have to travel far to get a higher education. It's a big challenge for families.
Exactly. And then there's the issue of employment. Many people in villages rely on farming or small-scale businesses, which can be unpredictable and often don't provide stable income. It's tough, especially during bad harvest seasons or economic downturns.
That's so true. But despite these hardships, people in villages show incredible resilience. They adapt, help each other out, and find ways to make things work. It's inspiring.
Speaking of adapting, let's talk about how village life is changing with modernization. Technology and new infrastructure are slowly making their way into rural areas.
Yes, it's a fascinating time for villages because technology is bringing both opportunities and challenges. On one hand, it's helping improve healthcare, education, and communication, which is fantastic.
Definitely. Mobile phones, for instance, have become common, allowing people to stay connected with family, access information, and even explore new business opportunities. It's opening up a world of possibilities.
Absolutely, but modernization also brings challenges. With young people moving to cities for better opportunities, there's a fear that village culture and traditions might start fading away.
That's true. The migration to cities is a big issue for many villages, as it often leaves a gap in the workforce and the community. But at the same time, some young people are choosing to return and bring new ideas to their villages, which is really exciting.
Let's go back to something truly unique about village life, the deep connection to nature. Villages offer something cities often can't: clean air, open spaces, and a slower pace of life.
Yes, and that connection to nature is often part of the reason why many people find village life so fulfilling. People work closely with the land, whether it's farming, fishing, or gathering, and that bond is very meaningful.
It's like you're not just living in nature, you're a part of it. The seasons dictate the pace of life, and there's a kind of respect for the environment that you don't always see elsewhere.
Right, and it's a simpler lifestyle. People don't rely on as much technology, and there's an emphasis on living sustainably. It's refreshing to see.
So, Alex, as we wrap up, let's talk about the future of village life. How can we preserve the culture and traditions that make villages so unique?
Great question. I think it starts with recognizing the value of village life and encouraging younger generations to take pride in their roots. If people see the beauty in their heritage, they are more likely to preserve it.
Absolutely. And it's also about providing better opportunities in villages. If there's good education, healthcare, and employment, people might not feel the need to move to cities.
Yes, and I think embracing sustainable tourism could be a solution. When done responsibly, tourism can bring economic benefits,